Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's old Pappy back with another one, and let me just get into it right away. So a couple days ago, I did a video on non-meta boss, just threw a bunch of trashy bot setups in my hangar, and it actually did surprisingly well. So I thought, why not get into the hot tub time machine here and go all the way back to like 2015, 2016, and why don't we throw a bunch of shielded bots into my hangar and see if they can actually cut it in 2020. That's right, we're going to see if these old school bots can actually take on the hordes of hawks and scorpions and all the current meta and just see if they're any good. And so we got ourselves a Gareth, we got ourselves a Galahad, we got ourselves a Raijin, we got ourselves a Rhino, just a bunch of old school bots from yesteryear here, and we're going to see what they can do. And we're going to talk a little bit about, what they would be good for in today's meta. So let's get started right away. We're here on the canyon map, and I got myself a Galahad. And one thing you need to know right off the bat, and most of my bots in this game are all equipped with some sort of version of a Scourge, or Heavy Scourge, Light Scourge, Spark, that kind of thing, Calamity. And the idea here I'm going to try to do is try to keep between 400 and 600 meters in the game constantly, using my shield to protect me from all of the dudes that are running the atomizers. I mean, everybody and their dog is running atomizers now. It seemed to really be the go-to weapon. And so I'm also going to try to use the advantage that the shield gives me, especially with the Galahad. And the Galahad, especially, you need to know, when you're not using your shield, it actually runs faster. So that's really good. If you need to get from point A to point B, put that shield away and just hightail her. And as soon as you come under fire, then you need that shield to protect you. Now, the other thing you need to know, when I'm down here in this little gully here, is that the placement of the weapons up on the shoulder and to the side allow you to use the terrain to protect yourself. So I'm going to constantly try to keep that little ridge to the left of me here so that it protects me from anybody who's shooting on the far left. And I'm going to constantly be just looking for targets who I can hit with my lightning weapons here and try to get some kills. So there you go. There's a double kill. I've already got 2 kills so far in this game, using robots that literally have been cast aside. No one uses them in their right mind anymore. A lot of people have actually sold them for silver, and I just, taking a step back, I always hate selling bots. In fact, somebody on the Facebook page was talking about that the other day. They said, which bots, and they showed me a picture of their hangar and said, which bots should I sell so I can get the silver to max my scorpion or whatever it was. And I'm like, well, if you're that hard up, then yeah, you got to make a choice. But if not, keep hold of these bots, because you never know what Pixel might do next in terms of bringing some of these bots back to life. So let's go. Oh, look at this! I'm getting shot here. Not good. So I got to turn my back to that guy, and he's blowing my shield off here. And so, I'm getting towards the end of my life. I got to be really careful, and just be careful that I'm not, going to take a lot of damage. I still have quite a lot of health left, but this is where not having that shield really becomes a problem, because you can see my health really coming down here, and I'm locked in place. And, one of the problems about all these bots, taking another further step back here just to talk about it, is that not only are they not meta bots, but they actually have been badly kneecapped just by the fact that they don't have as many module slots as the other top bots. It's a kind of a pet peeve of mine. I really wish that there was a way to add, maybe if you spent gold, maybe 2,500 gold, to add a new module slot to your robot, just to bring some of these old school bots to life. I think that would be a nice gift. If Pixel is watching this, please, Santa, bring us the ability to add module slots to these old bots for a Christmas gift. That would be awesome. And let's come back in here now. Now, this used to be one of my favorite bots to run, the Gareth. It's super fast. It just kind of bounds along. It has this cool little shield, and it has a medium weapon and a light weapon. And it kind of just hops. It almost looks like it's running on the moon, or on pogo sticks. It's like doing, doing, doing as it goes along. Let's see here. Now again, one of the challenges when these Camelot bots came out back in 2015-ish, 16, whatever the year was, 2015 I think. One of the challenges with them was the weapon placement is a positive and a negative, right? Because you almost are always forced to fight in a certain direction, right? You got to fight in you always got to keep a barrier to your left, and it allows you to corner shoot. which is really great. But what happens if someone comes at me from the left? Well, then I have to turn my body completely that direction to try to shoot them, and I'm not protected by this shield, so that's going to be a bit of a bugger, isn't it? Because sometimes you can turn off your shield and it will switch to your left, and you can actually protect yourself from people shooting on your flank just by switching your shield, but you can't switch it on the right. Let's see what here. Let's go. Oh, look at these guys. Look at these guys and their Titans. Now, this is one of the things about this video, and again, it's going to happen over and over again, no matter what you do, is that if you're not using the meta bots, then when people bring out their Titans, it really, really becomes tough to compete, right? And there you go. I just got myself another kill. That's a triple kill with this guy. Is that 5 kills so far? I don't even know. But anyway, I'm just ducked under here, and there's Mr. Ming, and he's a little too close for comfort. And look at that. He's just blown off his weapons, man. He just blew off my shield like it was butter, and bang. Look at that. I am dead. Holy cow. That was pretty bad. Anyway, in that game, I'm just going to jump to another game to show you some other of these setups, but in that game I actually ended up getting 7 kills. I actually got more kills than anybody else on my team, but I didn't score a lot of damage. It was only about maybe 800, 900,000 damage, but I got 7 kills. And I think what that really tells you is that when you stay back at a safe distance, it's hard for those scourges and those sparks to really cause a lot of damage, right? Because they do more damage the closer you get. So anyway, let's jump back in here with the Raijin. I got 2 calamities on it, and the reason why I'm setting it up here is, again, what would these bots be good for if you did want to run one of them in your hangar? Well, you saw in the last match, my Galahad and my Gareth were good for sort of zipping back and forth and attacking flankers and maybe protecting beacons, but this is a perfect setup if you just want to squat on a beacon and stop people from getting past you. And so, when you go into Bastion mode here, whatever it's called, you actually, the damage of your weapons is actually increased. So it effectively acts like you have 2.5 weapons rather than just 2 weapons. And you see here, my shields are almost blown off. There are 2 shields in front of me. The problem with this setup is that you can't move when you're using your shields. That's the only problem. But it really is good. You saw what happened there. Normally, those guys would come through the middle and try to overrun us, and I was able to basically stand there and say, you ain't getting by me. But again, it only has 1 module slot, and that's just such a killer. Man, can you imagine what a Raijin could do if it could move? And if it had even like the normal 3 module slots, so you could have anti-control, last stand, and maybe a damage booster. And so when, you saw right there, I wanted to put, did I put Fortifier on that? I can't remember, but Fortifier would be perfect for the Raijin, right? Because it has the shields, and Fortifier gives you, I think, 20% boost on your shields. But, that's sort of the price, if you stick around with this game long enough, what do they say? If you live long enough, you go from becoming a hero to being the enemy or being the villain or whatever. And I've been here a long time, and I've seen a lot of these bots sort of be the meta, and then suddenly a new meta comes along, kicks them in the butt, and and then they're just cast to the side, into the dustbin of history. And so this is another one. This is a Lancelot. I have, again, a Calamity and 2 Scourges on it. And, there was a time when this was the most dangerous bot in the entire game. It was unstoppable. But again, with the limited module slots, you can't really bulk up the shields. It has 2 shields on the front, I believe, if I recall properly. And if I had my dream, I could actually put a couple fortifiers in this thing and really, really make it sing. But you see what happens there. Didn't last very long. So if I had to talk about the shielded bots and say which ones would actually work in today's meta, I'd say probably the Galahad is the best of all the bunch. I also tried running a Rhino. I'm not even going to bother showing you. Basically, the Rhino's stupid because as soon as you engage you put your shield down. Now, how does that work? Sorry, when you engage the shield, you literally can't turn. And so, I got killed within 5 seconds from, a guy hitting me from the front and the side. And it was just like, I 1-shot, 2-shot, and I was dead. So I wouldn't recommend the Rhino. The Raijin is too limited, unless you're going to play like lasers on it or something like that. So what I would really say is if you want to have some fun, bring out your Galahad. It's got pretty good health. It's got pretty good shield health. It's got good firepower. and it's pretty fast. And I think, if you get out there, you might have some fun, and you might even surprise some of those meta bots. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. If you guys are crazy enough to run any of these bots in your main hangar, let me know. What would your favorite setups be? And always, I love the support. Thanks for watching. And if you want to give me the subscribe and share, that would be awesome. So until next time, as always, I'll see you in the battlefield.